Hello and welcome to the Beer Search Party. This is Sean Inman with you. For the month of April, I have two video reviews of beers from Natian Brewery in Portland, Oregon. Now these came down to me via my mother, who was thoughtful enough to grab me both the CuDA, the Cascadian Dark, and also their Old Groggum, which is an Imperial Winter IPA. Now, this lovely brewery started in 2009 up in Portland, and they started canning in 2012, and I believe they are the first brewery up there to actually put their beers into cans. And it's in the pint in a can version, not the teeny or 12-ounce version. And this CuDA, the Cascadian Dark, is one of three different varieties of it that Natian has done. They did CuDA, which is a organic version with Cascade hops instead of the Amarillo that's in this version, and they also did a Falconer's Flight hop version for OBF, Oregon Brewers Festival. So there are three different types of this one, but I have the original, the Amarillo hopped version of this Cascadian Dark Ale. Now, Natian Brewery, very simple. We brew beer. Noun. The head brewer is Ian McGinnis, which is the IAN part of Natian. NAT is the other half, Natalie, I believe. So, let's get the aroma and the taste of CuDA from Natian Brewery. Yeah, it's got a very piney hop going on. I'm not getting a great amount of roast, so I'd say this is primarily hop forward in aroma. Very clean smelling. So let's take an initial taste of this one. Yeah, there's quite a bit of bitterness, a little weird metallic-y at the end, but there's quite a bit of roast in the middle, and it's probably somewhere between coffee ground and dark chocolate, and that's probably where I'm getting that little bit of metallic is from the bitterness, the coffee groundish sort of aspect that I'm picking up. The hop profile is there. For me and for other people who have had a lot of hoppy beers, this is probably not an uber hoppy. You wouldn't put it up in like the top category of, like, if 10 is over hopped and 1 is under hopped. It's not up in that 10, 9 Stonish area. It's more in the 5 or 6 realm, which I tend to find most of the Portland IPAs to be in the more that realm, whereas stuff from San Diego generally is a bit higher. This is definitely in that mid-range of hoppiness. Yeah, that hop bite is right at the beginning. You get a little bit, but then that coffee groundish taste takes over. I have now at this point have quite a few Cascadian Dark, Black IPAs, whatever you want to call them, and it is, like lager, a very hard style to do. It's hard to get that balance right. This one is fairly good in the fact that it's not uber roasty, it's not uber hoppy. The two are working together, which is sometimes a hard thing to do for this style of beer. Sometimes you get ones that are just dark and chocolatey or just bitter roasted, and then you have some that are just hoppy beers that are black. Both sides are fine, but when I'm looking at this style, I'm looking for something that's got a little bit of both, and they work together to create a whole new style. So this one, I have to put into the I enjoy this more than I like others style. So there you go. That's Natian Brewery's Cascadian Dark Ale. And if you're up in Portland, I say check them out. They have a tiny little brewery up there in the northeast side, and you should try them, and then hit Upright and a few others while you're there. Thanks very much for watching. This is Sean Inman, and you can feel free to check out my website at beersearchparty.com.